I think that I shall never see a poem as lovely as a tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against the earth's sweet flowing breast, a tree that looks to God all day and lifts her leafy arms to pray, a tree that may in summer wear a nest of robins in her hair, upon whose bosom snow has lain, who intimately lives with rain. Poems are made by fools like me, but only God can make a tree. There's quite a few pluses in being a tree, I think. Trees never ask, who am I? What am I doing here? They are just content being what they are. Some trees even lean on one another for support. They grow together, their roots link. So when the wind comes, they hold each other up. I wish we were more like them. The Bible says, "Blessed is the person who trusts in the Lord, for he shall be like a tree planted by rivers of water." I love that phrase. A friend of mine once wrote a book, actually wrote a few, but actually he used that title, like a tree planted by the rivers of water. And it tells the story of this valley where I've lived now for almost 50 years. Indeed, the opening words were, there was a river before there were people, before there was a parish. It was a river that brought monks from Paisley Abbey in the year 1225 to fish in the River Leven. It's the story of our valley, and it's also the story of the church in our valley. Though initially the church was in Bonhill, it spread its branches and its roots to Alexandria, to Jamestown and to Balloch. It's the story of the church's influence here. We should be like trees planted by the river of water. Now I know in this country maybe we feel people of faith are up against it, but all over the world on this very day, millions will make their way to the house of God. Many years ago from our community there was a great shipbuilding industry, and ships that were built in the River Clyde were special. And there was a wee lad called Jimmy. Now a lot of Scottish boys are called Jimmy. And at lunchtime he was about 15 or 16, he would just disappear. And some of the older men were curious and said, "Jimmy, where do you go for lunch?" And Jimmy said, "I just go across the road and I sit in the church there, and sometimes I eat my pieces," that's his lunch there, "and I talk to God." "What do you say to God?" they asked. And Jimmy said, "I just say, God, this is Jimmy, and I think he sits with me. We don't say much, but I know he's there, and he knows I'm there." Maybe we could all take a leaf out of Jimmy's book. Again, as always, thank you for listening to me, and God bless you this week and always.